Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing your future self's message on what will change in your life. And to do this reading we are going to be picking 4 piles for you today. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's see what these 4 piles are. So for pile number 1, we have Lavender. For pile number 2, we have the Sickle. For pile number 3, we have Buttercup. And for pile number 4, we have the Foxglove. All right. So, if you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So, for pile number 1, we have the Dalmation Jasper. For pile number 2, we have the yellow Aventurine. For pile number 3, we have the Lapis Lazulie. For pile number 4, we have the blue Howlite. There we go. So, take a look at which one of these 4 piles or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that is probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, or perhaps sometimes you ask me, should I watch all of the piles if I feel drawn to them? What if I just feel drawn to one? Or what if I feel drawn to several but I know in which order? All of these things are up to you and up to your intuition. And so your intuition is the magic. It's what leads you to the right readings every single time, or almost all the times. The more, it's like a muscle, the more you use it, the more you trust it, and the more you know. And so let it lead you, whether it's just one, several, or perhaps even all of them. Your intuition will always guide you to the right readings. And in today's reading, if you feel drawn to more than one, then perhaps there are different aspects in your future, things that are going to change that your future self wants to tell you about. And so, take a look at which ones you're drawn to. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to the shuffling and the card picking process. It is always lovely to have you in this preparation process. Not only do I feel that your energy is important to be there as we prepare your piles, but personally it's a time that I love spending with you guys, and I feel like we can talk together during that time. I can share my thoughts on things outside of the reading itself, perhaps a deck that I love, or maybe a mini card that pops up specially for you, or any of the things that I want to share, I can share freely during that time. Okay, so before we begin this preparation process, let me introduce the cards to you. On the left are the oracle cards that we will be using in this reading, and by the way, this time I've used the whole moon deck, which includes the moon mansion, the moon goddesses, and also the moon phases. So very excited to see what comes up exactly from these 3 categories in your reading. yeah, so that's what's new today. On the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading. So that's it. Let's begin with our first deck. Now that we have space, we can put this right there. And let's shuffle with intention. What is your future self's message on what will change your life? What is your future self's? I feel this one. Thank you so much. And this one, actually. What is your future self's message on, thank you, what will change in your life? Right. Moving on to our next oracle deck. Oh, thanks. So that's definitely standing out. I feel it for pile 2. I don't know why. Is this 1 or 2? Oh, there are 2 for pile 2. All right. 1. Don't say. It is a 2 for pile 3 as well. All right. So what is changing in your life from your future self? And what is their message to you on that? Okay, now let's divide the tea leaf into 4 sections so that we're able to easily shuffle it for each pile. Right. So what is your future self's message on what will change in your life? Thank you. What is your future self's message on what will change in your life? So excited to do this reading for you guys. Really wondering, what is your future self's message? Okay, so this one wanted to come out. We'll take it. On what will change in your life. Okay, so now we're done preparing your oracle cards. Let's pick up your tarot cards. Let's keep this here so that I have space. There we go. Ooh, sun card. Looks like the future is bright for you if you're watching this pile preparation. So 1. What is your future self's message on what will change in your life? There we go. Next. So, what is your future self's message on what will change in your life? Thank you. So this one, and obviously this one, and this one. Two, and 2. Right. Next deck. What is your future self's message on what will change in your life? last deck. Now we have a little bit of space. So, what is your future self's message? Thank you. On what will change in your life? There we go. So the 4 piles are now ready. Let's begin to prepare them. So that is pile number 1. With the Dalmation Jasper. That is pile 2. With the yellow Aventurine. Pile 3. Is now ready with the Lapis Lazulie. There we go. Pile number 4 is now also ready. There we go. With the blue Howlite. So, there we go. The 4 piles for today's reading are now ready. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Most importantly, thank you for being beautiful souls. One of my favorite things now is to connect with you guys every day. It's one of my biggest blessings in life to have beautiful people like you, and I will always believe that I will keep beautiful souls like you as soul family forever. Thank you for being here. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. Love you so much. And let's get into your reading. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Dalmatian Jasper as well as the Lavender. So let's take a look at your cards closer together to find out what your future self's message is on what will change in your life. So to do that, we are going to be taking a look at your oracle cards first. So you have the last quarter waning earth moon with principles. Okay. Let's keep it right there. You also have purification. You know, the lavender gives off the same vibe of purification. Purification, cleanliness. That's how the Romans, they loved the lavender, and they introduced it to all the countries that they've been to around the world, or the countries that they've been to. They've used it in everything, detergents to smell good. Yeah. So, oh, wow. So this whole cleaning thing going on. You have broom with new home, new attitude. So a lot of cleansing energy in your reading, pile number 1. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. I see these two popping up, so let's take them first. So you have strength, right? You have the magician. Oh, 2 major arcanas already. Okay. You have the 9 of wands. You have the 9 of swords, right? 2 following 9s here. So 9s in numerology is like something is ending in your life. Something, and we see what's ending here with the 9 of swords and the 9 of wands. A lot of pains, a lot of negative attention, that toxic attention that a lot of people were focusing on you. They perhaps, with all of these eyes in the 9 of swords next to this 9 of wands that is full of pain, perhaps these are people that were jealous of you, were so focused on you, and because of that they kept hurting you one way or the other. You have the Wheel of Fortune, so we can already see left, right, and center that in your future there's a cleanse of this energy, that things are upside down, they're changing completely in your future. That type of energy here is not present in your future. That's the strongest and loudest voice we can hear your future self talking about. You're doing so well, you're strong. With the magician, you're manifesting so much. Your future is really different, especially, mind you, that you have the magician in conjunction with the Wheel of Fortune. This is huge manifestation powers. Ace of Wands, a new beginning, a new strong beginning. It's like, this is the energy of Keter, the Sephiroth Keters. Is a birth, and it's a birth from nothing, really. So you birth from nothing could indicate that there was no hope here, that things are so tough at the moment with what you have to endure that you may be feeling that there's no hope. And we see your future self telling you, really, don't worry. I know it looks like that now, but talk about hope. You don't understand how your future has changed completely, with beautiful energy surrounding you. You feel stronger. You're getting everything that you want. Is the opposite energy here. And you've created a new life. You have done that, pile number 1, in your future. You have the High Priestess. We can already see there is straight communication with what's happening here, from your future self being in contact with you now, telling you, it is me. If you're doubting, it is me, and everything will be okay. You're gonna see. You're about to get in touch with that future soon, with this connection here. So that energy is something that is happening in your very near future, actually. With 1, this perhaps could be at the beginning of October, November. It's like you're getting right into that energy. And ending your reading is the Knight of Swords. Wow, where do we begin here? Oh, I forgot to tell you. Yeah. You have the summer rain that cleanses the old and brings a new beginning. That's the same message over and over in your reading. Let me take a closer look at your cards. We see your future self high-fiving you. It's like you're doing something right at the moment. And we really see your future self's guidance here in your reading on how you made that change in your future. We see that there are so many people present in your reading. So many people are involved in stressing you out, very focused with you. They see you shining. Pile number 1. Here with the lavender, I see with the smelling good that you radiate brilliance one way or the other. You radiate something that so many people have their attention on. You have something that most of the people around you don't really have. And because of that, you're getting pain for simply being special. And so with the strength here, I would say that maybe you weren't showing your power because you were careful about not upsetting these people. You covered yourself here. You're trying to not hiding yourself, covering yourself, trying to, you're not wanting their approval anyway. And so it's kind of like, yes, you don't want their approval, but you could have really protected yourself too much here, where you lowered who you are. Now, with that comes a lot of pain, because with lowering, just to not get attacked or not to aggravate them, this empowers them. You see, this empowers them, pile number 1. Yes, you're not aggravating them, but now you're empowering them to hurt you. And we see your future self saying that the way you've changed this around is that you stood in your own power. Do you see what the strength card is really interesting? There is a sword right there on the ground. And this figure did not resort in using this sword to kill that boar, but instead used her own power, stood in her own power to tame that boar, to befriend and tame that boar, to do or to be on the side that she wants. So here I see your future self telling you that one of the many ways you've overcome this, the second way we're going to talk about in a second, to overcome this is that you stood in your power. And with the sword being on the ground, you no longer were waiting for your right to come back, for something to happen so that something comes and saves you, or that they will get their karma back, or one thing or the other. It's more about you choosing to stand in your power. And that is really bringing the right energy towards you, bringing you in touch with your, not just your manifestation powers, but with who you are. And that's vibrating strong energy, creating that strong beginning for you. And it is the reason that there is cleansing of energy. Because the more we give in to these energies, the stress and the fears and the worries and the negative energy, the more we give in to feeling them, the more they attack us. And on the other hand, when we cleanse out, when the more we stand strong, decide that these energies are not going to affect us, the more we get into this state of power of deciding that these energies are not going to affect us, the more you cleanse your energy around you. And so this whole thing changed in your future by a matter of principle, or an idea of you saying, no, I'm not taking this anymore. I'm standing in my power, and I'm at least not going to feel it internally. That is going to radiate so much power around you, pile number 1, putting you in the right tune of your manifestation powers. Your future self is saying that there was a fresh start for you. because it seems with the Knight of Swords here, I see you working on something, creating something with the Ace of Wands. You've created something that is changing your wealth greatly. Pile number 1. Your future self is telling you that we are wealthy now. We're strong and wealthy. Let's get more clarification on what it is that you've created here. Pile number 1. Do you see here? There's a rooster, which means you've become alert with a certain skill or that you're really good at, and you started using it. What is that? Let's get more information on this Knight of Swords. What is pile number 1 working on in their future? Can we get more clarification from pile number 1's future self, please? What is it that pile number 1's future self is referring to here? What are they working on? Okay. So you have the Empress, the Page of Swords, the King of Wands, Strength. Oh, this is major. You have either major arcana or court cards so far. And you have the 8 of Pentacles. So we see you working on something for sure. As you can see, this is something that is pleasurable to you, something that you enjoy working on, and you lose time as you're working on it. You have a natural talent for it. And we see, do you see here, with the Page of Swords and the King of Wands here, if you tap into that energy of that thing that you enjoy, that you're so good at, this expedites your manifestation. It's like things run on full speed as you get in touch with that. Things just work out for you, really. Do you see the Strength card running? This is the second time you're getting the Strength card. So we see the health of this project, or the health of this field that you're working on, or your career, as you get in touch with that, is moving very quickly, is running quicker than normal for you. It's moving quickly once you get in touch with that. Also, this will help you heal greatly with the Empress here. So we see the Empress nurturing their child. They were supposed to be planting, but they decided to pause for a while and heal and take care of their child, who was obviously playing football. And so the key here, as we see, is to, yes, have fun, work on the things that you enjoy, but don't be so hard on yourself, especially in the beginning. If you take time to heal, let the momentum create itself. Enjoy it, work on it, but don't beat yourself up if sometimes you just need to rest and heal from the past, or to take a break to recuperate. Yeah, I see your future self telling you it's healthy to take it easy on yourself. And you will see that as you're working on what you love, you'll start to heal. You'll start to feel stronger. You'll be back up running again. But not only that, you're now sending this wish out into the universe that will be manifested for you, pile number 1. We see your future self telling you, I'm here, telling you this wish that you want is the dream that we are living in the future. Things have changed completely with all this cleansing. We've healed. We are living a beautiful, calm life. The King of Wands and the Sunflower here, all eyes are still on you. But this time you're protected and you're shining while everyone is looking at you, respecting you. No one can dare to come near you and think for a second to treat you or hurt you the way they thought they could in the past. Now you've gained respect because you're standing in your power and you're setting strong boundaries. No one can cross them. Whether they're happy for you or not, in your future, you're standing in your power, and to each their own now. All they can do, however, is stand there and respect you. So yeah, your future self is telling you, take your time to heal. Start working on the things that you enjoy doing. You won't feel the time. You won't feel the effort or the pain. It's like connecting to what you are supposed to do effortlessly. And with that, there's a lot of success coming up for you with something that you're creating, pile number 1. In case you're not sure what it is that you're creating, I'm going to make a try, although these are things that I don't really like to get into detail with, because everyone watching has different skills and has different dreams. But I will put the intention of picking out a card that can perhaps be useful for the collective one way or the other. So what is that skill that you're advised to tap into? Here you go. You have the Lover's card. You'll be selling something that you love working on. And so your guides are really guiding you to start stepping into that. Start entering that phase of your life. Your future is telling you that this will be the direction, our direction, to move towards something that we love doing. And that is what I see your future self telling you on what will change in your life, pile number 1. In your reading, it seems like your whole life is about to change. You're cleansing all the toxic and bad energy out, the sadness. You're healing. You're working at something that you love very much. And you'll find a lot of success in it, pile number 1. So pile number 1, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 1. This book could really help you out with all of that, especially during that time where you're healing. It's going to help you get back up strong. It'll really give you a lot of useful information. In fact, it has all the key advice on how to become a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find the link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you enjoy listening to audiobooks like me. And pile number 1, it was really such a pleasure doing this reading for you. I'm wishing you all the best of luck. So happy that everything's changing for you and that great luck is coming into your life. That was your reading, and pile number 1. I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful yellow Aventurine as well as the Sickle. So let's take a look at what your future self's message is on what will change in your life. So, you have Isis, really cool. Okay. You have, oh yes, you have two of these cards. You have leadership. Wow, powerful cards, pile number 2. So yeah, you have leadership and you have fulfillment. All right. So I see several things are happening in your future. Pile number 2, you have bird flying. News is on the way. Looks like I'm really going to enjoy this reading. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So you have the Queen of Wands. If you hear any noise in the background, this is my dog. I always keep him with me. Thank you so much for understanding. You also have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, wow, pile number 2. Wow, you have the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. You have the Tower, Mars energy. Okay. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, and surprisingly, I don't think we have, no, we have space for one of them. So let's check it out. You have the Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. So you have 2 pages in your reading. Yeah, I felt there are 2 things happening, or maybe even several. And let's keep this the other way around until it's time for us to see what it wants to say. We'll know when it's time to open it. Ooh, so your future self here is telling you, pile number 2, that you're getting a lot of things in your future. So with news is on the way, I'm seeing your future self saying that the things that you see in this reading aren't so far away. In fact, they're right about to happen to you. And this is why you have the sickle. You're about to reap them now. And we see 2 main things with the 2 pages here and the 2 cards. 2 main things, and of course here, 2 main things happening in your life, in your future. With Isis, Isis is both the wife of Osiris, mother of Horus, but at the same time, she's the greatest of all Egyptian deities. So we see with the peach here and Isis, the peach in Korean symbolism, it symbolizes marriage. Also in Victorian times, it symbolizes love. So there is this idea of love, marriage in one area of your life, and then there's leadership. And Isis, of course, was a great leader. In fact, during the time where her, according to ancient mythology, when her husband journeyed far away to, to make other civilizations more civilize other nations, she took the role of regent. She was governing wisely. She had a lot of integrity. She had a lot of, she put a lot of care in that role. So here we see 2 things that your future self is telling you that is happening in your life. With the Queen of Wands, you're shining brightly. You're very attractive. And you're very much in love, deep love with someone. You may even start a family with them. Justice cards. Well, not in the time that your future self is telling you about it, but it's in the plans, right? This is a person who you will really love and will really love you back, will see you as very unique and special, will see you as someone who's shining bright with the Queen of Wands, yeah, madly in love with you. With this Justice card, I feel like you may meet this person at a certain party where you're gonna look gorgeous or you're gonna look really handsome, and they will be really attracted to you. I see your future self saying that in the beginning you might not be very comfortable in letting this person in straight away, but then the idea will start to massage in your mind. You will start seeing so many wonderful things about this person, and you will start to equally see them as amazing as they see you. However, it's starting with them first, recognizing how amazing you are. So yeah, it looks like you're meeting this person in a party where you're looking really fly. Pile number 2. Okay, so yeah, by the time where your future self is coming from, you became one way or the other. Maybe even gotten married, but did not get children yet. Okay, I will check for you in the end to get more information about this area if you would like. Well, I guess you would like. Again, it's not a live chat. Okay, so yeah, so that's one area here in your life. Also, we see you taking a very important leadership role with the Ten of Pentacles and the leadership card here. We see that you're very successful at something in your future. Here, not only are you on top of a field that I would say has been there for years, you're at the top of a field that's been there for centuries or something. A very fundamental field. 9 of Swords and Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's a field where you're on top, because when you came in, it wasn't really working well. People weren't listening. They didn't want to take feedback. And perhaps this industry kept repeating the same mistake. They can see the losses, but no one wants to change. And you came in making significant changes that put you on top. Not only that, but with the Ten of Pentacles, you've created a lot of wealth because you opened up your mind to see it in a different way and to do it in a different way. There's a lot of wisdom to you. And you are trying to regrow something back that may have been functioning wrong for a long time. This tree being cut down shows that people aren't treating the industry right. And we see that you're here starting to replant new ways and new ideas of doing things right. So important career here. Every career is important, but I mean, you're making such big change in your field. You're being a leader. I first thought you being a leader, maybe having a team, but I'm starting to see with leader here is you being a pioneer in something in this field that you're in your future. And so your future self is really saying something so interesting here. We see that in the future you've become two different characters depending on the situation. Where with the Page of Wands, We see you enthusiastic, fun, loving, so in touch with life and enjoying your life. And that obviously pertains to the relationship side here. Whereas in the business side, we see you more serious. We see you more inspective. We see you not being too emotional, but rather very rational. We see you being bold with Medusa here in the Princess of Swords. I think people are afraid of you, not because you're scary, but because you take quick, firm actions. You know how when you look at Medusa's eyes, you turn into stone. It's that kind of thing. People have one chance with you to do things right. And if you notice that their attitudes don't show that they're serious, you cut them out. You're here to make a change. And you're not tolerating anything less than perfect, than good, than well-researched, than done properly. You have that attitude in your work. Right? Right. So I suddenly saw something now. Back, see, this reading is taking us back and forth between the two things. We see with the Tower card here, all this Mars energy, something happening suddenly, a lot of emotions going. So with the Pe, the Hebrew letter Pe, which means mouth, I see a lot of talking that will hit your heart, that will change things now. So this could be your future self telling you that if you hear any background music, I'm not, music, sounds, I think I've mentioned it. Please don't mind it. I apologize. This is my dog and I like to keep him with me. So we see that this person is going to struck you with beautiful words, deep, beautiful words of admiration. They will have such strong feelings and emotions for you that despite the fact that you may not be sure in the beginning, they will quickly get your heart by showing just how much you mean to them. And obviously this tower is reminding me of love here, because I see the two trees that show up in the Lovers card. I see two people literally falling madly in love with each other. Do you see that? Two people falling for each other. There's a lot of passion and love. Wow, strong love here in your pile number 2. And despite all of this love, you are very strong when it comes to your work. You're very, what's the word? You're very disciplined when it comes to your work. Yeah, that's really cool, pile number 2. And so we see these two sides of you, just like Isis, exactly. The side that governs, that wants to do the right thing, the side that has integrity, gets the rewards that they deserve. And then you have the side that is fun, loving. In fact, you have Isis here with the solar disk and the horns of Hathor, who's the goddess of love. So yeah, and the solar disk, of course, you're shining bright, and there's so much love in your life and so much success holding the lotus flower. We see Leo here and a lot of fire. This person could be a Leo, but please take it as it resonates. This is just an observation for someone here. Yeah, we see the Queen of Wands, the Princess of Wands. We have, yeah, a lot of fire energy. Mainly Leo. Most importantly here, we see a message shining so bright. I see your future self telling you that everything that you drew for yourself in your mind that you wanted to have. You grew for yourself. You made it happen. Your future self is living it. Now I feel really drawn to opening this last card. Whoa. The Two of Wands, showing you holding two dreams or two things in your hand in the future. See your future self right there, saying, I'm holding two things that I really love. Your career, obviously, and your love life. Notice how this figure holding the two wands here has created a doorway. With the news is flying, this is right about to happen for you. This is not your future self from after a long time. This is quite near. In fact, you have the sickle showing that you're about to manifest these things into your very near future. Pile number 2. So excited for you. I wish you all the best of luck from my heart. May you enjoy this beautiful future. And yes, it is in the near future because these are pages. This is something that is new, that is about to start for you. So all the best of luck with that, pile number 2. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 2. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. You'll find that this book truly holds true to this promise. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. Oh, by the way, there's also an audiobook if you enjoy audiobooks like me. And pile number 2, it was a real pleasure doing your reading for you. Thank you for tuning in, wishing you the best in your life. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Oh, if you're still here, I remembered. I was going to check if you will have a child with this person. It seems that it's very likely because you have a figure, I don't want to say Medusa, but you have this a face on this person's stomach showing that you might have a child or even more. Who knows if this is something that you want. That's it. I just had to say that. See you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Lapis Lazuli. I love the Lapis Lazuli. And you've picked a really interesting card with the Buttercup. Let's now take a look at what message your future self has on what will change in your life. So, we'll take a look at your oracle cards first. So you have Lilith, right? You have Scorpio energy. Let's keep Lilith here. You have, yes, you too, you have 2 cards that happen to the other pile as well. Wow, you have Blessings. What a beautiful card. One of my favorite cards in this deck. So you have Blessings and you have Inner Peace. My goodness, pile number 3. Looks like your reading is hitting a jackpot here. Okay. Really cool message from your future self so far. You also have Kangaroo. Unsettled times, no need to plan ahead. You know what? I phased out right before your pile. I was about to begin your pile, and for some reason, I saw the Temperance card in my mind, and I was like, oh, patience. Sometimes one must work, but no need for a rush. Let's just things happen. And that's what I was thinking right before your reading, and I channeled it. It's not even a message for me. I don't know, I just my mind just took me to that area. I don't know, I was kind of like analyzing the Temperance card all of a sudden. Right? Along with the Buttercup, because I saw your card was a Buttercup, and I was thinking of this Persian legend story. Anyways, long story short, I don't want to drag you into my thoughts. Long story short, I got into the space of, yeah, at the time, Temperance sometimes is being patient, doing what needs to be done, and not pushing for certain results. I don't know how this is even fitting in your reading so far, but we'll see. We'll see how this is coming here. I was just really surprised to see the message on the kangaroo. Okay, so let's take a look at the rest of your cards. And you know, the funny thing is, I don't even know where to put the kangaroo now. Let's keep it here for now. Okay, so you have the Empress. Ooh. You have the Page of Wands. Wow, the Sun card. The Ace of Pentacles. You have the Seven of Swords. Okay. You have the Two of Swords. The Death card. And you have the Five of Cups. I feel here you're willingly throwing something and ending something. Let me take a closer look at your cards, pile number 2. So obviously, so many exciting things ahead. Your future is looking very bright. Pile number 3, but we see that you've started something new. Something doesn't mean a project, but you're doing something different in your future. Let me take a closer look here. We can clearly see your future self telling you that in the future, they have taken full control of a very tricky situation that is in your life at the moment. And speaking of tricky, it's like someone is trying to trick you into something. Especially with the Buttercup here, perhaps they talk a lot about something. They keep repeating something, maybe in a loving way. And the reason I say that is because with the Buttercup, this speaks of a Persian legend of a prince who fell in love with a nymph, and he was so fascinated by her beauty that he serenaded her all night and day, every day, until the nymph got sick of him, and she turned him into a buttercup. So we see you taking control of a situation. Your future self is speaking about someone who's tricking you into something, keeps repeating something, keeps talking about something. Or it doesn't have to be tricking you into something. This is someone who's constantly lying to you, someone who's constantly bothering you. Yes, someone who's constantly bothering you, not saying the truth, somehow being manipulative and unfair. And so, with the kangaroo here, we got the idea of patience. Pile number 3, your future self is saying patience. This is going to end soon. I do see that it's really taking a toll on you. It's very powerful energy because we have, of course, Lilith here in your reading. And you see here, she's taken the role of the serpent, which is herself, the role of temptress in the Garden of Eden. And growing out of her hair is the tree of life, and with it the downfall of man. So yeah, hear me out with that. We see the sword being upside down, showing a certain sacrifice that's been done, right? An extermination and a sacrifice. Of course, here it means a termination of the man's life and going down to earth, or what, how the story goes. And so we see the end of this tempting, snaky energy. That's how I'm translating it as per your reading. The end, the extermination of that type of energy. And in fact, you see here this fire, this flaming orb, right? Which suggests purification. It also suggests a spiritual evolution. In fact, you have Lilith's daughter here presented as the owl, which is a bird of wisdom. So here, what we're getting is your future self telling you, despite the fact that there is some repetition of a situation here, your future self is telling you, with the Empress and Lilith here, that you took command and power of this situation, terminated it, and with that you've grown a lot, you've learned a lot, you've gained wisdom, but most importantly, you've gained a lot of power. We see your future self telling you that this didn't happen right away. There was a lot of healing going on as you were going through this process, or that this process that you were going through was very vital to you healing. See a tiny kangaroo in the kangaroo's pocket. Healing your inner self. It was vital for you to heal your inner child. There's so much that you've learned and gained wisdom. Yeah, in fact, you have Resh here, the Hebrew letter of head. You've gained a lot of wisdom, a lot of information, a lot of enlightenment about you mainly. See, you're crowning your inner child here. It may have been a very difficult situation that you didn't like, that you wished you would have ended sooner. But it certainly was vital in your spiritual evolution. It gave you a chance, for one reason or the other, to heal your inner child. And we see that your future self telling you, once this happens, you will see that events are going to come about very quickly. We see here with the Two of Swords, with you patiently waiting for something, not knowing or doubting how it's going to work. We see you here transforming the situation yourself. In fact, I see a face of an owl in this jar, a snake. Oh, is this a face? Yes, it's a face. There's a bold move. You're making a bold move in your future of ending this. Really cool. In fact, you see in this Five of Cups, there's no remorse. It's kind of like with the feet being, is this a fish or a snake catching a fish? Anyways, I'll get to that in a second. So with your foot being forward, it's like you're kicking something out. With this Five of Cups, I kind of feel in your reading that you're kind of going, I don't want this, and you're throwing it away. Yes, it's not an easy experience. It's still the Five of Cups, but you're willingly throwing it away. You're ending something. And we see with this ending, you're ending someone with you, or yeah, it's like they're getting their karma with this ending. Your future self here is showing us. What is happening here? I feel like once you drop them, karma's getting them. Why? Let's get a clarification on that. You're getting a grasp on your life. And as a result, you're getting into inner peace. You're finally being relieved in your future completely from this situation. And so patience for the time being is your best friend. If you want to expedite this process, take a look closer at what's important, not the external world, but into your internal world of what is this experience teaching you? Why is it there? What is it showing you? And what does it want you to heal? So let's take a look at what karma is catching up with them here once you're dropping them, because it's really clear here in your cards. Oh, there's a sickle here. You might want to watch pile number 2, pile number 3 if you were drawn to it. That reading could also be important to you. So, whoa, 9 of Cups. The Fool. Oh, wow. The 6 of Cups. So here's the thing. You drop them, they'll feel that you're doing great with them. You've started something, a new journey in your life, and that they no longer mean anything to you. After all these years, it doesn't matter anymore. You've moved on, you let the past be in the past, and you've started a new life where you feel really happy. And it breaks them, maybe even kills them, knowing that they don't even matter to you anymore. Wow. What? Wow. Really weird. Then, yeah, there. Notice here, actually, that with this manipulation, there is some weird love, at least from their point of view. Okay. So yeah, as we saw with the 9 of Cups here, you're meeting wonderful people, and that's what we see being highlighted in your Sun card. Not only are you healing greatly, but you're meeting wonderful people who are at your level of honesty, purity with the Sun card. Now, I want to get into an important part as well that I've been holding off, because your future self is really showing us this huge transformation here. But hey, there is the blessings card. There is blessing, some sort of blessings that your future self is showing us here about your future. So let's get more clarity on that. Actually, now I see it need to plan ahead. Can you believe it? In the beginning of the reading, I read it, no need to plan for some reason. And that's how we went ahead in the reading, thinking that you need to wait until you heal. Now that I look at the blessings, I read it, need to plan ahead. So I was really surprised. All right, so blessings 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see what your future self is referring. You look like you're very happy in your future. You have a lot of blessings, and you, most importantly, have a lot of inner peace. You're very happy and serene in your future. So with blessings, you have, whoa, 4 of Wands. The Star card. Wow. You're doing great, pile number 3. The Moon. Ooh, okay. The Page of Cups. and the Justice cards. I see here with blessings, the reason it's with plural S, there's so much going on, many blessings happening in your future. But your future self obviously chose to show you that part, because maybe this is an area that really means a lot to you. It's been bothering you, it's been kind of manipulative, and you really wish you could take control over it. So yeah, now we're taking a sneak peek into your future's life on what exactly are the blessings that your future self is referring to. So with the Four of Wands and the Star, you're obviously celebrating a huge dream coming true to you. You had certain hopes and dreams, and we see your future self telling you that you're celebrating one milestone after the other, achieving these different dreams. You're very happy in your future. You feel blessed. You feel like you're in a good place, and you're living the life that you wanted. That's really highlighted here. Now, with the Moon and the Page of Cups, we see your future self telling you one of the blessings is that you found yourself. You've emotionally healed, and you found the best version of yourself. You have grown. You like who you are now when you look at yourself in the mirror, in terms of who you are as a character, the developments that you've made, even how you look. You're so happy with who you have become, and it's a huge blessing to you in the future. Now, with Justice, one of the blessings that your future self is discussing here is that you're going to be very blessed with watching karma. Yes, we saw it here. With watching the people who were manipulative, who lied, or whoever really were very unfair to you, you will see their karma. You will see that you will get your rights back with what they've done to you. Pile number 3. Wow, what an in-depth reading that your future self is really showing us here. I wish you, pile number 3, all the best of luck. This is your near future. This is how your future will look like as per what your future self described. These are the messages and the wisdom that your future self is showing you in terms of how you've healed and how you've attained these things in your near future. Your future self is telling you you will be in control. The sun will come out again and you're going to be very happy. Pile number 3. Such an amazing, awesome reading. I wish you all the best of luck. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 3. You'll find that this book may be very useful in your journey. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love audiobooks as much as I do. And pile number 3, it was such a pleasure. I enjoyed your reading immensely. Wishing you the best of luck from my heart, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful blue Howlite as well as the Foxglove. So let's take a look at the rest of your cards and find out what your future self's message is on what will change in your life. Very excited about doing this reading for you. Let's take a look at your oracle cards. So here you have the last quarter waning air moon with challenge. You also have patience, right? And oh, I'm getting 9 months. Oh, hold on. I'll let you. I'll explain to you what I see. You have scissors, disappointment in some affair. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards and see what you have. You have the Hermit. You have the Eight of Swords. You have the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. Wow, you have the Universe. Really cool. You also have the Six of Swords. Can we keep it here for now? Okay, yeah. You have the Knight of Cups. The Judgment card with Rebirth. Oh, strong energy here. I almost had goosebumps. Not almost, I actually did. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, powerful 2 cards here, ending your reading. So, first things first with the Foxglove. Some of you, if you are looking towards having a child, you could be having a child in your future, because the Foxglove is associated in Roman mythology with the goddess Flora, who touched Hera with a foxglove on her tummy to impregnate her with the god Mars. So some of you could be having a child in the future, if of course this is what you want, especially that we have a child here with rebirth. Anyways, the main message, however, that your future self wants to tell you is that either in 9 months or in September, things are changing. You're getting rid of some challenges that have been keeping you isolated and stuck. Challenges that you were waiting for a long time for things to move, but you see here there's a still image. It's like this challenge was very stubborn and kept being there for so long, almost like it was never gonna click play again. And see that your past was going in one direction, and suddenly a shift happens and you're moving it finally forward. You can even see it here in your Six of Swords, moving from the rubble and into the light. Again, another your future self is insisting to show you the message so that you know that this is real. You have the Universe card, or the World card, of course, signifying an end to a cycle and a beginning of a new one. And that is what rebirth says. So in all the ways, shapes, and forms, your future self is confirming that this stubborn challenge that you're in at the moment is ending. You're finally being free. You're finally getting your wings. You're flying. You're no longer being isolated for some reason, as we see in your card here, and you're finally moving. You feel like you're getting your life back again with the Ace of Pentacles and this rebirth. We have a huge rabbit here, and with the Ace of Pentacles, a huge pentacle at the top. This is also signifying your future self talking about some sort of abundance. We're going to check that out in a second. But your future self's main focus here is that maybe you're cutting ties with someone, with the Knight of Cups here. Yeah, maybe this is someone who kept you stuck for a while waiting for them. This could be romance. This could be someone promising you a certain job. This could be, someone selfish making use of a certain situation in your life, but not necessarily. This is, of course, a general reading. But all in all, you're certainly cutting ties with a certain situation, or a certain person. Let's get more clarification on this Knight of Cups. So are you cutting ties with a certain person, or is this a certain situation that was a situation of selfishness against you? What is that? There is a lot of hiding that will be discovered. You're going to discover something about the situation in your future that was hidden. I see your spirit guides leading you and guiding you to that information. Who are you cutting ties with, or what, please? Temperance and 10 of Cups. I'm getting the hint here that this is someone. This is someone who means a lot to you, and this is someone who you thought gave you a lot of balance and happiness. Pile number 4. You're cutting ties with that person. Why? We of course see challenge here. Can we kindly get more information on why pile number 4 is cutting with this person, cutting ties with this person? Yeah, your future self is explaining that you've cut ties with someone. You've kept a certain connection, perhaps because you have, this could resonate with some of you. Perhaps it's like you went your separate ways, but you're simply connecting because of a child. So that could be for some of you. But let's get more in depth into why you're cutting connection with this person. Why? Page of Wands. The Hierophant. You're learning something about this person that wasn't honest. 7 of Cups and Knight of Swords. So this person was crossing their boundaries with you, hiding things that you're going to discover, are only focused on the things that they want, not on what you want. And they change their words with the Knight of Swords. They keep saying one thing and then they change it to another. I see your anger here. And with all of this, they were at the same time a source of, you wished it would have gone well because you wanted balance, you wanted happiness. But this person, not only did they not keep their end of the bargain, but they were very focused on themselves. A lot of sneaky attitude, a lot of hiding, doing only what they want, changing their words, crossing boundaries. It's like, oh no, this is really wrong, I'm not taking this. And your future self is really telling you that you've cut ties completely from this situation, and that you're very happy. In fact, maybe you were worried about being alone, but all in all, obviously you were alone anyways with this person. And we see that you're moving away from this challenge and you're actually very happy in your future, pile number 4. So that is a great big thing that is changing in your life. Cutting ties with someone who's quite selfish and is not respecting the connection the way that you are. Okay, so there's also rebirth and Ace of Pentacles here. Yes, I of course understand that with that your life is changing and you feel refreshed and new, but I do see here that there is something new in terms of fortune coming up in your future as well. These are the biggest card on the table, so there is significance to these two here. Let me shuffle your cards and get more information about that. So you're feeling generated, you're feeling like You've started a new life. You've risen above this whole situation and you feel free. You feel like you started a new life for yourself. But with that life, there's a lot of blessing. Can we kindly get more information, please, on this new life that pile number 4's future self is showing in the reading, please? This fortune that they're showing in this new life. Thank you. A bear is out of their cave. You might be moving homes, places, and exploring a new place. Yes, coming out of hibernation. You could be moving homes or places. Also, with the fortune, we have the 5 of Pentacles, landing right on top of the Knight of Cups as well. You have the 9 of Pentacles. Whoa, from 5 to 9. You have, wow, the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So 9 of Pentacles, I mean, going from 5 of Pentacles to 9 of Pentacles, we see that your future self is telling you you're coming out of maybe a difficult situation financially. Maybe you have some loans that your future self is discussing that you're being guided on how to pay off. And with the 9 of Pentacles and the rabbit, we can clearly see that you're feeling independent, you've paid it off, you're feeling relieved, and maybe you moved homes because we see a background of a home, and you're looking towards the future now that you're financially well off. You're looking towards the future thinking, what am I gonna do now? We see you really happy. There's a lot of food on the table showing that you're self-sufficient, you're happy, you're getting what you want. And you're looking forward to a bright future of you thinking about what you want to do next with your finances. We also see your future self discussing happiness with the 10 of Cups. This is excess energy of happiness. You feel really happy. The card is showing marriage, so some of you could be getting married to someone, but not necessarily. Maybe you're partnering with someone. If this was a relationship, then someone new. Or you're simply really happy with your surrounding and with what you've built and with what you've done. So it's a new life, but it's one that's really fulfilled. We see in your old life, you kind of felt alone here. And in your new life, you feel really happy. You feel you're surrounded by people you love. And you couldn't be more happier in this new life. Also, your future self is discussing some doubts about yourself that you've solved with this Page of Cups. Maybe your body was hurting and you've healed it. Yeah, because the water is all about healing, cleansing. So you could have had doubts about yourself and you're finding yourself again, reconnecting with yourself, being proud of yourself. Also, this could be healing your body. And overall, your future self really being proud of the concept of you choosing yourself when in doubt. It's like one of your biggest wins of choosing yourself when in doubt. So yeah, this is what I see in your reading, pile number 4, of all the changes that are happening in your life, in your future, getting rid of a certain person who was not right, whether this is business, a business partner, a relationship, a family member, a lover. You're certainly getting rid of this person. You're moving on because you've been very patient with this challenging situation. You're cutting them off, finally ending this situation from your life, moving away from it for sure. You've both went your separate ways, but I do see still some connection for one reason or the other. But I also see you being very happy, creating great financial independence and looking forward to even more in the future. And most importantly, finding yourself, pile number 4. So that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 4. This book could really help you out in your journey. It's small, straight to the point, but could really help you out be more self-disciplined or more productive, because it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook if you're interested in that. Pile number 4, so proud of you in what you've done in the future. Wishing you the best of luck, and may you always be happy and blessed. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.